Welcome to OPROARTS Designer. The main idea behind the product is to simplify the document designing and Force.com sites creation process for Force.com users, supporting rich, attractive and professional document and sites creation with drag and drop designing. Currently, any person who needs to design a document to be used with Force.com needs to know Visualforce coding language, which requires some extra knowledge, expertise and effort. How about if a user can design the rich professional PDF documents just by click and drag and drop without requiring to know the Visualforce language? OPROARTS Designer introduces visual document designing for Force.com users for the first time. So simple, no knowledge of any coding required. The designer can simply do document designing with mouse clicks. In the future, you will be able to use OPROARTS Designer for easily creating Visualforce pages, form and many other components used to create Force.com sites, in addition to creating PDF outputs. In this demo, I would use the OPROARTS Designer to modify an existing document template, and then upload and preview the document. Let's launch the OPROARTS console. The console shows all the templates I've already done. I can either create a new template, or modify an existing template. I would simply select an existing template. Let's press the Edit button to modify the template. This is the template that we're going to work with. You can see that the designer contains a number of panels. We would mainly be working with the Component panel, Operations panel, Property panel, and the Layout panel in this demo. This template already contains a number of static and dynamic components bound to Force.com data sources. Let's add a new label component and rename it. Change the font to Times New Roman. I would change the caption and resize. Let's add another label component and rename it. I would also change the font. We can also set the component properties like background, border and font colors, transparency as needed. Now I want it to get data from my Salesforce account. So I would change its content type to dynamic. Let's save it. Invoke Data Mapping module to bind the dynamic label to Force.com data source. In this window I can see the Salesforce objects available for me according to my privileges. It also shows the mapping window where I would drag and drop my mapping object. I can also see the preview of the template with the dynamic components highlighted in red. I would use the quote object as my mapping object since this is a quotation template. Let's drag and drop the quote object to the mapping window. Let's map the field for my new dynamic label. And click Next to go to next step, which is data mapping for repeatable area. Repeatable data mapping is already done. I would save the modified template with data mapping. Now's the time to convert my visually designed template to a Visualforce template. You see the conversion is completed, and I can now upload the template to my Salesforce account. Let's request a preview of the document. This is the preview output of the template I just modified. The designer's job is done. You could easily design rich and professional PDF documents like these for Force.com using the OPROARTS Designer. No need of any Visualforce coding expertise. The designer would be further extended to support creating Force.com sites with Visualforce pages and form components. This will make it easier for you to create sites pages like customer inquiry and feedback forms. In addition, you will be able to generate properly paginated, rich and professional PDF reports on your customer and sales data on Salesforce CRM. Happy designing!